A couple earning $130,000 a year. They've done everything right. Building wealth, nice vacations, feeling financially secure from the degrees to the careers, putting them comfortably in the top 25% of American households. He works full-time, both works full-time, and often they both work even more, yet they're stuck living paycheck to paycheck. It sounds impossible, but here's the scary part. One unexpected repair bill or a single emergency sends them spiraling into high-interest credit card debt. You'd think two incomes mean more security, but Harvard bankruptcy law professor Elizabeth Warren's 2003 research proves the opposite. Today's two-income families are actually more financially fragile and at a higher risk of bankruptcy than the single-income families of the 1970s. So, how can earning more actually leave you broker than one? My name is Luna, and I spend way too much time thinking about finance, so you don't have to. Let's dive into the two-income trap. I'm Luna. I spend way too much time on finance, so you don't have to. Ready? Let's dive into the two-income trap. Harvard bankruptcy law professor Elizabeth Warren. In 2003, she did a research study. What it said was this: today's two-income families are more financially fragile than the single-income families of the 1970s. And the risk of bankruptcy has gone up too. We believe two incomes equals more security. But the data says two incomes equals more vulnerability. Back in 1970, over 43% of women participated in the workforce. Today, in 2026, that number is 57%. By the end of the month, their bank account is empty. Why? The main reason for that is fixed costs. In the 1970s, a family spent only 50% of their income on fixed costs, rent, mortgage, insurance. But today, that number has crossed 75% to 80%. Taxes, health insurance, student loans, and childcare, all of these together leave barely any money for a family to save. The 1970s single-income family had one hidden safety net, and that was a spouse who wasn't working yet. If an emergency came, that spouse could start working. Second income as a backup card. Today, that card is already played. Both are already working. When an emergency hits, who serves as the backup? And when there's nothing left beyond that, what happens? Credit card. After federal and state taxes, take home is roughly $91,000 to $93,000. That's about $7,500 per month. Mortgage/rent, good school district, $2,400 to $2,700 per month. That's $29,000 to $32,000 per year. School district matters. That's why they don't buy something cheaper. Good zip code equals higher price. Childcare. 2 kids. National average, $28,000 per year. In cities, it goes up to $36,000 to $40,000. This is a huge number. But it's not optional for them. If both have to work, the kids have to be somewhere. 2 cars, 2 commutes, $1,100 to $1,200 per month combined. That's $14,000 per year. Health insurance, groceries, utilities, $1,600 to $1,800 per month. That's $20,000 per year. Housing, $30,000. Childcare, $28,000. Cars, $14,000. Health, food, utilities, $20,000. Total fixed, $92,000. Take home, $92,000. Fixed costs, $92,000. Zero margin. There's no extraordinary spending here. No luxury here. Just house, kids, cars, food. Essentials. But the essentials alone have filled up the entire budget. There's no room left for emergencies. None at all. This is not a personal problem. This is a structural problem. In the 1970s, a second income was rare. When wives started working, families had extra cash coming in, but it didn't stay in the bank. What did they do? They bid it away. On what? Good school districts, safe neighborhoods, the best daycare spots. None of that supply expanded, but competition increased. Result? Prices went up. House prices, daycare costs, neighborhood rents. All of it ended up in a bidding war. A single-income family in the 1970s could afford a $40,000 house. A two-income family in the 2000s could afford a $340,000 house. Did they get a better house? Slightly. But the main difference was they paid much more for the same access, same school district, same safety, same opportunities for kids. As Warren put it, the bidding war for housing in good school districts has made the middle class more vulnerable than ever before. Two incomes didn't give families an advantage. It competed that advantage away. To make this concrete, meet Priya and Daniel, early 40s, married 12 years. Priya, healthcare administration. Daniel, project management. Together, $128,000 per year. 8 years ago, they bought a house in a good school district, $340,000, 4.2% interest. It felt like a responsible decision to them. 2 kids. Childcare, $2,200 per month. 2 cars. Daniel's commute on one side, Priya's commute on the other. Both financed. Both sensible models. Not flashy. Just functional. Monthly fixed costs, $6,800. Take home, $7,500. Margin, $700 per month. On paper, they're doing okay. But okay is fragile. 1 quarter. Daniel's company downsizes. He's out. 4 months of job searching. Their savings, $8,000. Month 1, they used their savings. Month 2, they swiped the credit card. Month 3, a second credit card. Month 4, Daniel found a new job. But they live lavishly? No. Did they go on vacation? No. Did they buy gadgets? No. Just rent, food, kids, cars. The trap was already built into the budget before the crisis arrived. This is not just Priya and Daniel's story. This is the story of millions of American families. Maybe your story too. Elizabeth Warren, The Two-Income Trap, 2003. 1970s single-income family, discretionary income after fixed costs, higher. Today's two-income family, discretionary income lower. More income, less freedom. Federal Reserve, Survey of Consumer Finances, 2023. Nearly 40% of Americans cannot cover a $400 emergency from savings. $400. Not $4,000. Not $40,000. Just $400. 6-figure earning households are included in that number too. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Childcare costs have increased 220% over the last 20 years. Compared to inflation, double the rate. Housing costs in top school districts similarly outpaced income growth. Princeton Research, Kahneman and Deaton. Emotional well-being improves with income, but plateaus around $75,000 to $100,000. Above that, more obligations. What all of this combined is telling us, more earning is not automatically more security. Structure matters more than salary. This trap feels like success. From the outside, nice house, new cars, kids in a good school, vacations here and there. Looks like they're winning. From the inside, $700 monthly buffer. No real emergency fund. One job loss away from a spiral. Why does it feel like they can adjust? Because there are some costs. The house is already bought. Changing school districts, that uproots the kids. Car loans are already running. Backing out feels more painful than staying stuck. And on top of that, there's one more thing. Social comparison. The neighbors are in the same trap. The colleagues are in the same situation. Everybody looks okay. So everybody assumes they're okay. Fragility is invisible when it's universal. As Warren put it, the danger isn't that families are irresponsible. The danger is that responsible choices, good house, good school, stable cars, are themselves the trap. Okay, this doesn't have to be a depressing video. How do you get out of the trap? Warren's core answer, simple but uncomfortable. You have to reduce your fixed monthly obligations. Not lattes. Not subscriptions. Not small luxuries. The big 3. Housing. Don't buy the maximum the bank approves you for. Bank says you can afford $400,000? Then buy $280,000 to $320,000. That gap, that is your buffer. It has to be there. School district is important, but a house in the next best district is often significantly cheaper. Kids still get a good education. Childcare. It's unavoidable, but timeline matters. Kids grow up. Childcare costs eventually drop. When that moment comes, don't lifestyle inflate. When that $2,200 per month is freed up, put it in an investment account. Put it in an emergency fund. Don't replace it with a bigger car payment. Transportation. 2 car payments is a trap. Once one car is paid off, keep it. Resist the temptation to upgrade. It removes one monthly obligation from your life. But the most important principle is this. Treat the second income as variable, not guaranteed. Practically speaking, what does that mean? Live as if only one income exists. Priya's income, let it cover all fixed costs. Daniel's income, savings, investments, emergency fund. If you do it that way, if Daniel loses his job, you're already prepared. Families who escaped the trap. They kept fixed costs 20 to 25% below what they were approved for. They built a 6-month emergency fund before upgrading anything. Whatever you want. They never let lifestyle automatically match income. When income went up, they built more buffer, not more spending. About Priya and Daniel, when they were $14,000 in debt, they made a tough decision. They downsized the house. In the same good school district, a slightly smaller house. $280 less per month in mortgage. But the bigger shift, when the kids' daycare phase ended, $2,200 per month was freed up. They reinvested it. They did not lifestyle inflate. Within 2 years, fixed costs dropped $1,800 per month. Emergency fund built to 6 months. Investment contributions started. This is not a dramatic story.
No lottery. No inheritance.
No side hustle explosion. Just they created margin. And that changed everything. The 2-income trap. This is not a punishment for laziness. This is not a punishment for bad spending. It is structural. The way the modern economy is designed, 2 incomes became necessary. But 2 incomes got locked in. Once you see it, you can navigate it.